Venezuela President Maduro was just kidnapped in his own country by America. What you think, big homie? Okay.
Y'all think
Shout out to the
I'm
UN.
finna keep.
what's the real reason why we went over there and snatched the president from out of Venezuela? You know, we straight into it. Low positive down the way. Straight debris dungeon straight into it. What you think? Why we go over there and grab him? People knowledge.
Keep it all the way fucked. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100, man.
And floor is
Check
yours.
this out. All right, good. So check this out. Without Venezuelan oil, we cannot stop a Russia and Chinese invasion. Without that Venezuelan strategic access point and without control of the Panama Canal, we cannot keep prices down. We can't lower the price of groceries. Gas prices is going to skyrocket. And we will lose the entire West Coast to Chinese hypersonic missiles, the death toll of being 200 to 300,000 in an 8-hour period. That is a strategic place that needs to be taken. President Maduro lost the last election in Venezuela. He killed his opposition, locked up the protesting parties, and just stayed in power. He's not even supposed to be in power. Then this man had his house on a military base. As the president, why are you living on a military base if you are accepted by the people? You know, oftentimes we get caught up in this whole America is the bad guy. You know, I just traveled across the world, man, and everybody wishes they was an American citizen. When they seen that American passport, you know, I got treated better than anybody, any place, anywhere. You know, I got to feel like what it's like to have white privilege. You pull out that motherfucking American passport. Because here's the facts. The moment America is no longer the bully and the patroller of the world, American sovereignty is going to be a problem. We're going to see Christians get murdered in mass amounts like we see taking place in Nigeria. Without the bombing of the Al Shabaab base in Nigeria, the death toll of Christians would have surpassed 100,000 by summertime. When you over there on the continent of Africa, they was begging, the people were begging for intervention from the American forces. Nigeria is a shit hole country. Lagos is one area. That's a nice spot. Even there, though, there's no emergency services. We see what happened with Anthony Joshua. When his vehicle crashed, the driver had no driver's license, and he was going 145 miles an hour because there are no state troopers, there are no traffic laws or rules on the road to get him divorced. His partner got ejected from the car. He was decapitated. And what they do? They stole his cell phone, stole his passport, and they stole his money out of his pocket. That's what the people did. You got 92 million people in Nigeria with no access to clean water or electricity. So imagine you got 92 million people with 92 million people with a dirt floor in their house. Now, Secretary of War Peter Hegseth, he said publicly that in all 4 game simulations that we run against China, we are out of missiles in 8 hours. We lose all of our aircraft carriers, and we lose the entire West Coast. New York, Miami, the entire coast will be destroyed by Chinese hypersonic missiles because the Golden Dome missile defense system is good, but it can't stop 10,000 hypersonic missiles.
Damn.
It simply cannot. Venezuela kicked out all American companies, out of Venezuela that was mining oil, but they allowed Russia and China to stay. Two enemies of ours. Next, we're going to see Greenland. Greenland, we need Greenland for survival and for strategic security for this country. Why is that? On the coast of Greenland right now, what is there right there? Nothing but Russian ships and Chinese ships. If an invasion was going to happen, a staging ground would have been set up right there in Venezuela so they can move forces through South America, through Mexico, and invade on our border. We also just seen President Trump say what? Something's going to have to be done in Mexico. The Democrats sold out the American people. They sold out the government. This is why we're seeing military strikes being carried out without congressional approval. That's supposed to be impossible to pull off. But every time Congress gets let know about the strike, the information leaks.
Yeah.
So us as a people understand something. This world indeed may be a stage, but there are real lives at risk and real lives getting taken. Because nobody's speaking about the several hundred Venezuelan troops that got murdered last night when America was bombing Venezuela. President Maduro's personal protection team, majority of it killed by JSOC, Special Operations. So if you think these people going out here taking all of these threats lightly, you're wrong. You know, us as the people, we live in a buffered world. When I went outside the country, bro, outside these borders, I really seen what was going on, bro. Imagine if your mama somewhere get in a car crash, she can't call 911 to come help.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Imagine your daughter is somewhere having a problem. You at work. And for sure just went through something where his daughter's life was almost taken. Imagine if she couldn't get an ambulance.
Yeah.
Imagine
that. Yeah. Yeah.
That's what's going on, bro. I've seen a guy, his vehicle crashed. He's stuck in the car. And he was probably stuck in the car about 6 hours, bro, until the locals was able to use local tools to get the man out the car. And then they had to put him in another car to drive 30 miles to the hospital.
Man, that's wild.
You think he survived? No, he died.
That's too much trauma. Too much bleeding out. That's too much.
Too much trauma to the body, too much blood loss. Imagine your whole neighborhood. Nobody got electricity, clean water, and everybody got the third floor.
Man, that's wild, man.
That's what's going on over there, bro. I seen it.
Yeah. Damn. Shit. That didn't let me speak to man. All right, man. I got to ask you, man. I got a clip the other day, and somebody told me to go like around the 50.
Dirt floors. And y'all want to know why he got kidnapped. Think about it, man. Deuces. Little bus down the way.